Welcome to the Margins to Movies podcast, where we talk books, movies, and everything in between. Today, we will be reviewing and rating a book that we actually read with our book club recently. The book is In 5 Years by Rebecca Serle, which was released on March 10th, 2020. We're your book club hosts for today. I'm Nita Key.
And I'm Della B.
And Della is going to start us off with a spoiler-free synopsis of the book. Della, tell us about this book.
Thank you so much, Nita. So our main characters of the book, we have Danny, we have Bella, her best friend, we have David, who is Danny's fiance. And we start the book off with Danny. We learn that she's a planner. She's planned everything all her life. She's with her boyfriend. They've been together for 2 years. The book opens up with her having the opportunity to interview for her dream job at this corporate law firm that she's been wanting all of her life. So she feels very confident about it. Her boyfriend, David, is very supportive of her. He tells her, "We're going to go to dinner afterwards because I know you're going to knock it out the park." So she goes to the interview and she does extremely well. She feels very confident about it. So she goes to meet David, her boyfriend, for dinner that night. And lo and behold, this same night, her boyfriend, David, pops the question. He proposes to her. She's excited. She says yes. Everything is going as
Okay, the
planned.
Rainbow Room or something like that.
Yeah, with the rainbow
Very
room.
romantic. And she was
Beautiful.
not surprised. She knew
Oh,
he was
yeah.
not the
It was
question.
not. Matter of fact, she had planned what she was going to wear because she wasn't
Exactly.
surprised.
Yeah.
So she's very excited. Her whole life is going as she's always planned.
Mhm.
And also, she has a friend named Bella. Bella called her that morning before she went to the interview, and she kind of said, "I wish you luck," or whatever. Bella's very carefree. She loves life. She travels a lot to Paris. Her parents have money, but her and Danny have been friends since they were 7 years old. They've been very, very close, pretty much like sisters since they were very little.
Uh-huh.
So after this proposal that David does, that, like Nita said, is not a surprise to her, they go home and Danny falls asleep on David's lap. Eh, She wakes up in this dream, which she finds out is 5 years in the future. Well,
Mhm.
in this dream, she's not with David. She's not in her apartment. She's like, "What's going on? Where's David? Who is this guy that's here in this apartment with me? Where am I?" And she can't figure it
Yeah.
out. She's
She
wondering what's
has a
going on.
different ring on her finger as well.
A different
So she's
ring.
looking like, this is not the ring David gave me tonight. You not David.
Exactly.
I'm about to go,
Ex
right? And so she is about to leave, but there is something about this mystery man. She figured out his name was Gregory from looking
Yes.
at his ID. And she just was like, it's just something about him that was
Yes.
pulling her to him. It was some type of energy. It was something in the air,
Yeah.
right? And what it
Yes.
was so thick, you know what I'm saying, that they
Yes.
got into engaging in each other's
Mhm.
situation.
They
You know
did.
what I'm
They
saying?
did. It was
They did a little, little
it
roll
was
in the hay type situation. She talked
yeah.
about the feeling in the room. It just felt like nothing she'd ever felt before.
Yes, that is very key. And that she said it felt like nothing she'd ever felt before. So if she's thinking that it's an attraction that she's never had, she's been asleep for about an hour. She wakes back up and she's like, I don't know what that was. I don't understand that. What was going on? 5 years from now, I'm going to be with David. We're going to be married. So she decides to go to a therapist and talk to her because this dream just left her with some weird feelings. And she's like,
Mhm,
I just don't understand it. Why did it feel so real to me? It felt like it was real. And then she's saying, well, maybe this is more than just a dream. And she says to the therapist, well, what could it possibly be? The therapist tells her, well, maybe it's a premonition. And she's like, well, I don't understand how that can be because I know I'm going to be with David. And
mhm.
I'm gonna read you a really quick quote because I like this quote from when she leaves the therapist's office. She says, "After our session, I felt strangely better. Like in going in there, I could see the whole thing for what it was. Crazy. I could give the whole weird dream to her. It was her problem now, not mine. She could file it with all her divorces and incompatibilities and mother issues. And for 4.5 years, I left it there."
Yeah, and I think what was really interesting about that whole thing is that Danny has a very ordered life.
Yes.
she brushes her teeth exactly so many times. So the day of
Yes.
her interview, she has to have a certain meal. David, at a certain age, they have to hit these milestones, and
Yes.
everything is going according to plan. Her life is very ordered and very structured, and so that's why she's so thrown by this premonition. And I really like how the therapist, instead of saying, "Girl, it was just a dream," she was like, "Well, maybe it was a premonition. Maybe it
Mhm.
was something else." So I really like that, like, magical realism element. And for me, I was like, okay, who is this guy? Is this her man? Is she going to break up with David? And it just added a lot of suspense.
Yes, exactly. We just talked about the fact that David proposed to her, but 4.5 years later, they are still not married. Now, of course, this dream hasn't come true yet because, again, that was 5 years in the future. She hasn't reached 5 years yet. Their life has gotten busy with work. He's an investment banker. And of course, she did get that dream job that she wanted at the prestigious corporate law firm. They don't
And they're
stop to
both
plan their wedding.
super busy and
Oh, super
everything. And
busy.
so it's just like there's no urgency until Bella, Miss Fall in and out of love every week,
Hmm.
lets Danny know, hey, I met someone. I met someone special. I want you to meet them. And Danny's like, girl, you always meet someone. Don't nobody care, kind of thing. She didn't say don't nobody care, but that was the feeling, right? And so
Yes.
Bella was like, no, 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 meet us for dinner. And then Danny said, okay, I'll meet you in 2 weeks. And I felt like she said in 2 weeks because she thought Bella and that guy was not still gonna be talking
Yes.
in two
Yes.
weeks. If they're still talking 2 weeks from now, I'll go and meet him. So she and David went to meet Bella and her new man, and lo and behold and lo, who is the new man?
It was the man from her dream or her premonition 5 years ahead. So she's shocked to see this guy with her best friend Bella, this guy that's in her dream. And she's just like, I don't understand. How could this be happening? So life goes on and she tries to make this premonition not come true now that she's found out that he's with Bella.
Yeah, so now we have that sense of urgency that comes in where she's like, okay, baby, David, let's get married. She's
Yes.
doing everything she can to subvert what she thinks might happen in the future. Because, I mean, this Aaron Gregory guy does not go away. Okay.
Right.
So Bella and this guy actually form a relationship.
Hmm.
We are just kind of wondering what's going to happen. We know that Danny is trying to stop the future from happening that she saw. And so she does not like him. It's obvious to Bella. She's like, why don't you like my man? And
Hmm.
then Danny's like, oh, I'm just jealous. She is not telling her why she really doesn't like this man. However, she keeps bumping into him. They keep circling each other through
Yes.
Bella.
Yes.
And there is a whole will they, won't they, what's going to happen? Is this Danny's soulmate, right?
Yes.
Is it Bella's soulmate?
Yes.
What's
That is
going to happen with Danny and David? We know, okay? And we won't tell you.
tell you. We're not going to tell you how could she be with her best friend's man in
Mhm.
this dream 5 years later.
So let's get into the book, okay? Let's talk about his and Mrs. One thing I said that I really liked about the book, it was an easy read.
Yes.
It's not super long, but it's
Yes.
very powerful. It's
Yes.
very moving in the themes of like love and friendship that they explore. I mean,
Mhm.
Bella and Danny have this just beautiful relationship, and they have their problems in their relationship. And there are times where it's like there's conflict between them, but there's also so much love between them as
Absolutely.
well. And I feel that it's very well written, as it talks about romantic love versus friendship love.
Yes.
And it was so emotional. I cannot remember the last time this book had me crying
Oh,
like a
me too.
baby.
Me
I was
too.
crying like a baby, like halfway through. It wasn't even the end, right? So, I mean, it was emotional.
Definitely. And I agree with Nita on that. I wrote down some of my comments from our book club meeting. I wrote down the book was loaded with a lot of themes. The book was filled with premonition. It was filled with fate, living life to its fullest, friendship, love, all of those. It was a lot of different themes going on throughout the book, but it was a lot of emotions that you also felt throughout the book. At one point, you might hate Danny, and other points you might love Danny. So it's a lot of emotions, definitely well written, and certainly an easy read.
Yeah, definitely easy read. Definitely a little roller coaster ride. In terms of misses, I thought one thing just as reading, I was just kind of like in terms of Danny trying to avoid Aaron Gregory, and child, Aaron Gregory was everywhere. He was popping up. She
Everywhere.
go here, go there. Here he comes popping up. Hey, Danny. It's like, oh my goodness, shit. Can we get rid of Aaron Gregory? So that was a miss for me. I felt that because he was her best friend's man. Ah, so she was my best friend. But anyway, because that was her best friend's man, I felt like there were organic ways that they could have been in contact with each other without making up all this stuff where he just popping up everywhere like a stalker. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah, I think that they
Did you
did
have any
that.
Missy?
I didn't really have any misses that really stuck out, but I think that they did a lot of that because they wanted to build the mystery as far as how her and Aaron were going to end up together because again, this was a premonition, not just a dream. And we obviously know it was something that was going to come true because she met him in person. So I don't think
Yeah.
there was any real misses with me.
Well,
I
I think
liked all
that
the motions.
even though, yeah, but but still, she like went on a walk or something, and he pops up, and there was some other instances where he just popped up out of nowhere, and like I said, it could have been some more organic meetings between them.
Yeah,
That was my
yeah.
miss. Yeah.
I got you. I got you. Yeah, I don't really have any misses in it. Again, I like the way it brought out the different emotions in me. I love Bella, and then I thought she was flighty at other times. So I really enjoyed the book. I didn't have any misses in it.
Yes. So let's go ahead and get to our rating.
Okay.
Okay. So for our book rating, what are you going to rate in 5 years?
So I rated this, which would be considered a 4, which is a must read. Definitely put this on your read list. It's going to bring out a lot of different emotions in you. It's a very good book, easy read, very well written. It keeps you wondering what's going to happen, a lot of suspense. So it's definitely put on your must read list for me.
Yes, I also rated it a must read. I like the magical realism element of it. I like the way the characters were developed. Danny was really, really rigid, but you cannot control life, right? I love that character development, the plot. Like I said, get your Kleenex. Maybe I'm just sensitive and emotional. I don't know, but I mean, I was just bawling like a baby. So get your Kleenex. Definitely read this one. This is a must read. Anything else?
Nope. So we've given you one of our book club book reviews. Read it yourself, come back. Make sure you tell us what you think about it in our comments section, and we can have a conversation about it.
Okay, and as always, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure you like, you subscribe, hype us up. As Della said, we would love to chat with you in the comments. If you are listening to us on a streaming service like Spotify or Apple, please follow us. Please give us a 5-star rating. And we are signing off
So until next time, we will meet you.
between the margins and the movies.
All right.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.